There's a hole right there.
And that's tequila.
This is tequila.
Yeah.
I have 2 glasses.
Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in today. I really appreciate it. Now we have a little bit warmer weather going on.
This is the mantle of us right now, basically.
I know.
Well, you're making us come on.
I know.
Now y'all come out.
I know. That's the plan.
Okay, so today's core value is a lack of communication is a lack of performance. Communication isn't separate from your work, it's part of it. Doing the task isn't enough if you don't communicate progress or completion. Failing to close the loop creates confusion, delays, and stress for others. For 6th Avenue Homes, we expect every team member to communicate clearly, follow up, and confirm completion. The goal isn't to avoid mistakes, it's to avoid silence. Clear communication builds trust, accountability, and performance. And then my little tip on the bottom of this is for us as agents. If you're waiting on a response from another agent or contractor, send a quick update to your client instead of going silent. It's just that communication of, hey, I'm still waiting on this, but I'm working on it. I didn't want you to think that I forgot about it because I am working on it. That's also closing the loop in most cases. Today, Shawnette's here. And so Shawnette's going to come in and give us a little pep talk. I had put Julie and Ginger up here because I bumped up on Ginger, but since Shawnette's here, we're going to let Shawnette do all the talking. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, good to see everybody. Thanks for having us. And Ginger sends her regards. She is driving back from her Thanksgiving vacation today, and Julie's with grandkids. So I'm here representing Highland for Tabella Park. I'm in our Fort Worth community. Has anyone been out there yet? Yes. Okay. So final phase, 5th and final phase, we started with just right at 40 lots, and we're about halfway sold out now. So we've got some great promotions going on. We have some inventory that can close. Well, it's a little tight now, but it's move-in ready. So end of December into early January. We'll have some inventory coming up for February and spring. And then we have, you guys are probably familiar with Highland's process of P&Hs where we permit and hold inventory. They're ready to go, ready to start, so we could get those completed in that April-May timeline. So great deals going out there. We still have a handful of lots to build on, about 7. And we've got this fantastic build promo that we did extend into December, where basically it's just a list of included upgrades. It doesn't matter what it adds up to. The 30,000 is kind of a minimum value, particularly if you're on a larger, 5-bedroom, 5-bath home, because all the flooring, all the carpet, all the tile, everything's upgraded, and whatever it adds up to is what they get. So anyway, so that's a great promotion. Our inventory, we've got low fixed rates, $499. With the bills, they get $20,000 in closing costs on top of that. So lots of great stuff. I'm also responsible for closing out our Karis community over in Crowley. So those are 40-foot rear entry products. The model is for sale. That we're done over there. And then I have 3 inventory homes. 3 of the 4 homes are completed and move-in ready. One will be ready, I think it's January. Yeah, so it's almost done. The prices right now on the inventory, everything is pretty much under 400,000. We can be super aggressive with these. Literally, if you have somebody and they are like, I can pay X, bring it to me. I had one under contract for 350,000.
Wow.
Seriously, they will deal. They're closing out, so the opportunities are there.
Where is this?
It's in Karis. It's off of
Crowley. It's a cute little community.
Yeah. It's the same developers as Viridian, so it's a really cute community. So we can wheel and deal on these houses. We've just put some so this doesn't reflect the price changes that we just put in. So this one right here, that's 415 is now 399. And the house that is 389 is now 369. One that's 425, I think, is at 410. We haven't adjusted the model, but we've got room on that too. So there's definitely some great opportunities there for the right buyer. And then I also brought Wildflower Ranch. This is Ginger and Julie's inventory. They've got some great deals on their inventory as well. All their permanent holds are on here. So lots of great opportunities there.
That's a really cute
Community.
Wildflower, it
Yeah,
is. Yeah, it's a great location too, you know, so, and same with Tabolo, perfect location, so easy. We've got a lot of people that are working downtown, either at the hospitals or the university, and it's really easy to get anywhere they need to go. So, let me know how we can help. Bring us everybody, bring us offers, we'll wheel and deal. And, our goal is to get all this inventory cleared out and get rapid turns on that. And I'd like to have my community sold out by May. That would be my goal. So we can do it 20 something. So I have, so I have a couple of gift cards to give away. So I'm thinking about how I could do it. Maybe like who sold the most Highland Homes this year?
Well, that's a me, Jen.
Jen?
That's Jen.
Nobody here can fight that.
Okay. And I know you just wrote a contract, so.
Yeah, I'll omit myself.
Yeah, has anybody else written a Highland contract recently? No?
I could try. I canceled one in Crowley. You can try to switch it this time.
Yeah, do it. Okay, how many closings? Is it, you want to go by closings?
With Highland or?
No, just
I
in
was gonna
general.
say, because it was.
Oh, Jen, come on now.
I will omit myself.
Second most closings,
With 6A or just total?
total.
I don't know how we know that. I don't keep track of that.
Lifetime?
To say,
Can anybody tell me,
who's the owner?
I was gonna say, anybody tell me what year Highland Homes was founded?
Ooh,
That's good.
97.
88,
86.
91.
85.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, yes. Well, congratulations. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much thank you for
Let me know-
breakfast.
Of
Thank you
course,
so much.
yes, absolutely.
And Ginger's already got a date for us for, the spring, so
Perfect.
we're already back on the books.
We'll be back and hopefully I'll be like, I'm in closeout. So come on out.
Even better sales.
Yes, yes. All right, y'all.
Thank you, Sonia.
Okay,
you.
enjoy your day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Okay, so announcements today, we're doing, small steps, big results 9, which is past client care and Popeyes. I know that week 8 was kind of a big week. If you watch the video or were here, that was a big one. This one's kind of smaller. This one's a little bit more precise, and the rest of them are actually more precise. So please stay for that, which will start at about 10:25, 10:30. This afternoon, or starting at 11 o'clock, Ryan Buffini's bold predictions will go from 11 to 2:30. I don't know that they are going to go the whole 3.5 hours, but I'm going to sit here and have it playing on the screen so you can stay. I'm going to order Jimmy John's and have lunch and just hang out here and work a little bit while Brian does his thing. So I would love for you to stay. New American Funding and Ryan Stewart's Holiday Market is this afternoon from 4 to 7. And their address is 101 Summit Avenue. I've got another slide coming up next for that. Next week, we got breakfast with J.K. Roofer and Becky Rodriguez, and we're going to do big, small steps, big results 10, which is community and network expansion. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., Real Scout is unveiling their new AI search. And it literally, you can like get on Real Scout on your phone and go, I want to see houses that have blue kitchens, and it will find them. It's super deep AI search inside Real Scout. So they're unveiling that tomorrow, but you have to be on the webinar. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to broadcast it. The link will be in brokerage announcements this afternoon. If you want to sign up for it, that way you can see it. But I am going to try to watch most of it tomorrow. But that is, and I'll put the link in there. Saturday, ladies,
Saturday, it looks like the weather's gonna be good. It's looking rainy there for a minute. No, I think we're good as long as you, Friday morning at 10 a.m. if you want to come help.
Yeah,
Our
we're gonna-
goal is to get most of it done today. We're gonna do all the shopping today, or the rest of the shopping we need to do,
Decorations.
groceries, decorations, all that. Friday, we're gonna come up here. We're gonna goal is 10 to maybe 11:30 or 12, because we both got engagements Friday night. Saturday morning, we're gonna be here at 9. I just met with the photographers this morning for the Santa and the family photo. We've got food coming. Can you pick it up Saturday morning?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we can, but.
Where's that?
Here, coffee
Same
right up
place.
here.
Yeah.
10 a.m. We just.
Send me information.
Yeah,
We'll get it.
yeah, we
Should
got it
already
all
paid for it and everything.
Yeah.
I'll go pick it up and bring it over.
Yeah, so I think we're good. Our vendors are here. We have a couple of boutiques, children's boutique, t-shirts, hats, a hat bar, freshies, personalized cutting boards, ornaments.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of all the things. We're gonna put out a post for it today. Santa will be here about 10 minutes before. I think we're good. I
Good.
don't think there's a lot pretty streamlined, so.
So come if you can, Saturday 11 to 1. If you can't, send people.
Yeah.
And then, so pictures, we probably will just have them put it in a Google or something.
Dropbox.
And then you can just go and grab your all's clients out of there.
That's what we always do.
Because we don't want to send the whole link to everybody, so everybody's pictures are, so that's, if you'll just go grab your clients' pictures.
And download them
Yeah,
and send
and
them.
send them to them, yeah.
Sunday night is the Christmas party.
So,
We were gonna be starting at 6. We have the full agenda of what's gonna go on. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna have Mexican food, which obviously is Joe Garcia's, but we will start at 6 o'clock. So please get there. Don't be one of those 6:30 people because you'll miss it. And cocktail hour, which is important. So 6 o'clock Sunday night at Joe Garcia's in the little place there across from the front. I'll put
I
links.
don't know if I'll have the energy.
I'll put the links in the brokerage announcements today, so you'll be able to know where that is. Don't forget, there will be no meetings on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. So that 2 weeks, literally almost nobody will be here, but of course, you guys are always welcome to use the office how you need to use it. Just a quick invitation again, this afternoon, 4 to 7 p.m. for Ryan and New American Funding. All right, let's get into the numbers. I have made this smaller and smaller for you guys because I'm getting more precise with the way that I'm pulling the data. I think it'll be more beneficial to you this way. It's more beneficial to me this way. And so I think it'll hit your brain properly. So I'm really trying to limit it to like 5 things that you need to know. Number 1, buyer activity. Pending home sales rose nearly 2%, showing buyers are stepping back into the market as the market becomes buyer friendly. Saw a number yesterday. The Midwest led in October. Their sales were up 6% in the Midwest. Usually what happens is we see that flow south because Midwest will go first. We've got so many homes for sale that are decently priced at this point. We should start to see things pick up. I can't wait to see what Brian Buffini has to say about the outlook for 26. Prices are slowing. National home prices are growing below the rate of inflation. Case-Shiller are up just 1.3%, making homes slightly more affordable. The national median monthly mortgage payment dropped again, giving buyers more breathing room across multiple demographics. There's a strong economy. Stocks climbed. Jobless claims hit their lowest level since April. Consumer business spending is solid, all boosting expectations of a December Fed rate cut, which is 9th and 10th next week. Hi, Rachel. Outlook, construction spending is a key indicator of future inventory that's coming up. Manufacturing and servicing expected to remain soft as services expanding. Add stability. Inflation expected to show moderate inflation, which is good for rate watching. Easy takeaway, buyer momentum and improving affordability are lining up with a strong rate cut expectations, creating one of the best windows buyers have had all year. Remember the inverse relationship. And we're going to talk about rates in a couple of minutes. But rates have been softening over the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, if you've noticed. FHA is running like 5.9, right? 5.9, and conventionals at 6.3. That's great. But if the Fed cuts the rates, I bet you those rates go up. I bet you they'll go up a whole 10.
Yeah.
Here's the rate watch. Average 30-year fixed mortgage rate sitting at this morning is 6.30. The FHA is at 5.91 this morning, staying stable for the third week after earlier declines. Rate cut expectations, comments from multiple Fed officials are boosting confidence in a December rate cut or early 2026 easing. Falling monthly mortgage payments and 5 straight months of improved affordability are giving buyers more room to act. Easy takeaway: stable rates, improving affordability, strong window for buyers to lock in before the Fed move. Here is Clarissa's view of the market.
Thank you, Clarissa.
You're welcome.
Still seeing that coral line of price decreases, but I have noticed that we're seeing more active listings starting to come back on. I'm not running those big numbers right now because it's honestly, it's a lot for my brain too, but I'm seeing more actives come on, especially, this is just the 7-day outlook. This is the last 7 days. We've had 310 in Tarrant County, but we've had 505 decreases. Look at the closed. Closed is finally above where the new listings are. 355 closed, 357 pending, only 310 new listings. What does that tell us? People are probably laying out of the market during Christmas.
Yeah.
That's what that really means. They're like, yeah, we're going to put it on, but we're going to do it in January or March. And that's where I'm pushing a lot of people that are like, should we list right now? And I'm saying, let's wait up to the new year. Let's see what the Fed does in December. Let's see what the buyer pool looks like. I'll be watching showings, and then we can talk about this after Christmas. Because right now, what are you going to do? Right.
Nothing, it just stays on market.
There was over 300 and expired and canceled.
Yeah.
That right there is a huge chunk.
Huge.
So I kind of encourage my clients of them sitting. I mean, that's when we took Keller off. That's just what I told my lady over here too. Like, we're not doing anything. Like, let's pull off 31 days.
Yeah.
Well,
And I went the reverse strategy. I said, everybody's pulling off, stay on.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with
We'll pull
that.
off in January and then we'll go back on in February.
Yeah.
You just have to go with your gut.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I
And
did
it depends on the
complete opposite.
micro
I
market.
listed.
Yeah.
Depends on the micro market.
Yeah.
I went the complete opposite. I listed. Sold it for
Well, I think it is just like my guy in Keller. I mean, we could have stayed on, but there's nothing they're interested in.
Yeah,
So
right.
you're just collecting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really very specific.
It is.
Yeah.
Here's the rate watch, compared to where we were back in March, which that's, we're 9 months later, but we were at 6.81 on that fixed year, on that 30-year fixed. Now we're at 6.3. That's a half a point. That's a full half point. So things are good right now. It's a great time for buyers if you can find something that they're interested in. Plus, with all the sellers being so negotiable, I mean, you can get the farm. Here's 3 easy ways to use this week's data. And this is talking in a different tone today than what we have been talking about, where we've been talking about the things that we've said in the last 3 minutes. This is different. So market timing, not urgency. Inventory's up, price growth is cooling nationally. This gives you more time and options. Let's build a plan around what matters most to you in the next 3 to 6 months. Highlight realistic expectations. With more homes hitting the market and sellers outnumbering buyers nationally, the process is more predictable right now. We can create a clear plan for showings, offers, and negotiations, sets calm, realistic expectations for both sides. Focus on the long-term planning. Home prices are rising slower than inflation, which means the market is stabilizing. If your planning moves around life events, this is a good time to think ahead, and that positions you as a strategic advisor, not a salesperson. It's all about timing, guidance, and we were talking about that even before the meeting. Patty and I were talking about the anxiety and the things that we're dealing with, trying to balance family and work and those things. All of these things help in that aspect of keeping us all grounded where we should be. One easy suggestion of what to do this week: reach out to 5 past clients and simply check in. No sales pitch, just a genuine, how are things going? People remember who stays in touch, and this kind of quiet consistency leads to referrals, repeat business, and deeper relationships, which is what small steps, big results is all about. It's about that private, intimate connection that you can get with your clients. Here's some things you didn't know. New data on virtual tours: the most viewed room isn't the kitchen, it's the bathroom. Buyers decide if they like a home after 8 photos. Only 10% of visitors take a 3D tour. Those who do spend an impressive 2 to 5 minutes on it. This is useful info when advising photographers of building listing descriptions. Bathrooms have become more important than kitchens. Interesting.
It is interesting.
That
Yeah, I'd
is-
rather my kitchen and like living space to be.
I'm wondering if it's because so many people are gonna remodel the kitchen anyway.
Maybe.
But bathrooms, depending on size, like for me, I have to have a bathtub.
Mhm.
So I'm always gonna look at that bathroom. And if there's not room for a bathtub, I'm not gonna buy that house. Cause
That's
I can't
good.
remodel, you can't make a bathroom.
I'm gonna
there.
say,
I don't know, that's
as
interesting.
an old lady, I like my bathroom because I close the doors and they leave me alone.
Oh.
Sometimes they
I
still
was
brush
gonna
their
say,
teeth in my
mine
seat.
Yeah, right in.
How old are you?
Get out of my space. Here's the
Because
other,
you only have boys
So then-
too.
So
You
then
got
would
girls,
you-
they just bust on you.
it's important to highlight the
Yeah, it's
bathroom.
highlighted.
But I, like,
You
I
wouldn't put it
probably
as the first picture.
Yeah, I probably walk through the house like entryway.
Absolutely, but I think that's an interesting stat. So that people, you can remember, focus on the bathroom. 2 or 3 pictures of the primary bath is a good thing. It's not unless it's like one of those
Yeah.
little trinkets, in the mid-century houses. For 2026, conforming loan limits for mortgages backed by Fannie and Freddie will increase to 832 in most markets and 1.25 million in the high cost areas. So our areas are going to go up to 832,000 for a conforming loan. I remember when it was 390.
Oh, well,
I remember when the conforming loan limit was 390. All right, business tip. You can't fix everything at once. Swear, this tip is just for me. Y'all get to share in it, but it's just for me. You can't fix everything at once. You'll just wind up either bouncing from one thing to another or throwing things at the wall, hoping something will stick. Instead, decide on the things you need to do to move the needle this quarter, then focus on those priorities. This lovely lady right here bought me a little gift a couple of months ago. It's a little goat that screams, and you push it and it screams. So every time that I need to scream, I hit it, and from the other room, Misty cackles because she hears the goat. And it's my stress relief, and I think of Patty every single time that I scream. I don't know if that's good or not, but
the goat screams.
the goat screams, but it's
For
little,
you.
and it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
Practical tactical. So this has come up actually 3 times in the past month. And so I want this to be like front brain for everyone. So cast iron pipes are good for 50 to 75 years. 50 is kind of normal. If you go back and do the research, we switched over from cast iron in the Metroplex to PVC in the early 80s. So 81, 82 is when they started using the PVC quite effectively on the new builds. Everything built before 1975 probably has cast iron, and it's losing its lifespan. So if you're looking at a house that has cast iron pipes, if it's built before 1975, the way I'm going to remember it is if it's going to be lead-based paint, 78 or before, it's probably worth looking at having a sewer scope done. Now, the thing that we ran into this week is that the sewer scope was done because there was a foundation repair completed during the buying period for the house. They did a hydrostatic test. If you don't know what that is, that's where they plug the house up and they put pressure on the lines to make sure everything's holding. Everything was fine. Then they closed, and then the cast iron bent.
Ooh, like failed like how? Like what
It
ended up
cracks.
happening?
It looks just like that picture right there.
So what I was told from the foundation guy is that those ones with cast iron, as long as the house isn't moved, like you don't repair the foundation, then the ground around the cast iron should keep it stable. It's when you start to move the foundation is when they see more problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I totally agree. But cast iron rots.
Yeah, that's
In
what he
the
said,
ground.
but it would just be rotted in the ground and it would still work, which
No.
is weird to me. How
No.
does that?
And they did a scope on it and everything? They did the
They
camera?
don't
They did the
collapse.
camera and hydrostatic test, and everything was fine.
That's
And
great.
9 months later,
Yeah.
the new owner has failed pipes. And I've had that- it happens.
It happened. I mean,
I know, but the whole point of this is,
10 months, I'd be like,
if you're thinking mid-century, you need to at least consider stuff you can't see. That's the whole point of this slide, is just so that it's front of brain, that when we're looking at a mid-century, we're looking at something in Fort Worth that is from 78 or back, it's something to consider, to get somebody to look at it. If it's all cast iron, you might tell your people, hey, just so you know, cast iron has 50 to 75 years of lifespan. That's it. You can see some people say up to 100 years, but in most cases, it's 50-ish.
I would say with the soil here and the amount of moisture we get.
So then
probably
maybe a
50.
good recommendation, like if you're listing these types of homes, is to also have those
Tests done in advance to.
Or- or
I
to
don't
ask the
know, that could
question.
kind of turn them,
Yeah,
I feel like,
I would say
because
really,
if they're,
Because then you
You know,
know.
you know.
Well,
Then you know.
I think it's probably really just a disclosure
I think you just disclose
conversation
it.
to say, hey, you're buying an old house, plumbing, electrical,
Yeah,
you need to know those things.
Do your
and
due
I would do
diligence.
due
I'm
diligence to take those
disclosing,
tests,
but-
spend
This
the
is what I
money.
know.
but I wouldn't have somebody come out, because if you have somebody come out and then they
You have
choose
to
not to have the tested and then something happens, I feel like they're like, oh, well, was this really the right? You know what I mean?
It's kind of like the
It's just something to
pre-inspection.
keep in mind.
Yeah, no.
It's something to consider depending on the house, depending on where it is.
Mhm.
It's something maybe you ask the sellers, have y'all ever done anything with the main drain? Have you done anything with the foundation? It's a question you can ask during a listing appointment to say, and it's about 25 grand to go from the house to the street with new PVC. So it's just something that has come up 3 times in our brokerage in the last 8 weeks.
Really?
So I just want,
Yeah.
Did you say $25,000?
it's about, it's somewhere between 15 and
So
25,000.
that's just from outside of the house.
That's from the house to the street.
I had my Dallas listing,
That's
he,
the cast iron.
they asked for 50,000. I said, you're out of your mind.
Because, you know,
There was nothing wrong.
I had a housing contract in 2020 that had this issue, and it was $6,000 from house to street.
well, and
I
you
So
thought
the
know,
fact that it's 25.
Well, now they have other things they can do though too. They can go in and, there's new technology. They can kind of do the existing and like, yeah, kind of.
Gas. So there's new things, there's new things, but it's just something that we all need to be kind of cognizant of.
Are you talking about the
Okay.
ground moving stuff?
I put these up on the slides from last week, and I'll put it in the slides again today. This is just growth tools. It's just some cool things. So as we finish small steps, big results here in 2 weeks, we got 2 weeks left of it. I'm going to start a little small series in the spring. And I'm actually going to be giving you AI actual prompts. And we're going to go really deep into AI 1 time a month. We're going to do a 20-minute session 1 time a month. So just literally 4 times I'm going to do it through the spring. But this personalized homebuyer guide that I've got listed here, I'll put the link back in last week's stuff, and I'll put it up there again. This is great information for you guys to get a buyer guide specifically for your clients, just by using some of these prompts. This consumer guide and 8 tips for selling your home in the winter, I just thought that was a really neat way to present some things that you're doing here in the wintertime. So I wanted to give those to you, and that's from last week. Okay, so we're going to stop the video here, and then I'm going to start small steps.
Yes.
and